Hello guys, welcome to Passages 1, Unit 5b, Communication. In this unit, we are going to talk about reported speech, and we will see this in three forms: statements, commands, and questions. And also, we will see some phrases or expressions that you can use with reported speech. Let's begin. Reported speech. Reported speech is used when you tell someone what another person said without using the exact words they used. In this case, we have a conversation between Jane and Kim, and there's a question and an answer. First, let's imagine that you are now Kim and you are now Jane. You are an extra person that you heard the conversation. And then now you want to repeat the question and you want to repeat the answer, because you heard the conversation and now you want to talk to another person about it. So in this case, if you want to repeat the question, you are going to say, Jane asked Kim how she was. And then if you want to repeat what Kim answered, you are going to say, Kim told Jane that she was hungry. You are going to transform the question and you are going to transform the sentence or the answer into the past form. So, how are you becomes how she was, because you are talking about Jane, not you. And I am hungry becomes she was hungry, because you are talking about Kim, not about you. In reported speech, you often change the tense from direct speech to reported speech. This is what you need to follow. From simple present to simple past. For example, I have 3 dogs becomes Mary said that she had 3 dogs. From simple past to past perfect. For example, I worked at a mall becomes Jose said that he had worked at a mall. From present perfect to past perfect. For example, I have eaten sushi becomes Jerry said that he had eaten sushi. From past perfect, we stay the same way, past perfect. We don't change it. So, for example, I had lost the key stays the same way, but we just change the subject. So, becomes Liam said that he had lost the key. From the present continuous, we go to the past continuous. For example, I am running 2 miles becomes Jack said that he was running 2 miles. From the present perfect continuous, we go to the past perfect continuous. For example, I have been exercising a lot becomes Laura said that she had been exercising a lot. From the past continuous, we go to the past perfect continuous. For example, I was cleaning the car becomes John said that he had been cleaning the car. And from the past perfect continuous, we stay the same way, past perfect continuous. For example, I had been sleeping for 2 hours becomes Kelly said that she had been sleeping for 2 hours. You often change modal verbs as well. Here, this is what you need to follow when changing the read speech into reported speech when modals are present. From can, we go to could. For example, I can dance very well. Larry said that he could dance very well. Shall to should. I shall go home. Frank said that he should go home. From will to would. For example, I will cook spaghetti. Tim said that he would cook spaghetti. From may to might. For example, I may travel to India. Eric said that he might travel to India. From must to had to. For example, we must pay the bill. becomes Lee and Joe said that they had to pay the bill. From could, we stay the same way. Same with should, would, and might, because they are already the past versions of the modal verbs, so we don't have to change them. For example, I could help with the kids. Julie said that she could help with the kids. I should buy a new car. Anne said that she should buy a new car. I would wear shorts. Luis said that he would wear shorts. I might get a new laptop. Alexa said that she might get a new laptop. So when the original sentence or the direct speech uses could, should, would, or might, we don't have to change them because they are already in the past. In reported speech, you often change words related to time or place to fit the new context. Sometimes when you repeat something at a different time, in a different year, or at a different place, you normally change the time expressions or the expressions related to place. For example, from direct speech to reported speech, these are the changes. Today becomes that day. Tomorrow becomes the next day or the following day. Yesterday becomes the day before. Now becomes then. Ago becomes before. This morning, this week, this month, or this year becomes that morning, that week, that month, or that year. Last night, last week, last month, or last year becomes the night before, the week before, the month before, or the year before. And here, related to place, becomes there. If, when you are repeating, you are not at the same location. For example, I can play soccer today. Sam said that he could play soccer that day. I don't want pizza now. Julie said that she didn't want pizza then. I will not be here. Oliver said that he would not be there. In reported speech, you often adjust pronouns to fit the new context. Also, we change subject pronouns, possessive adjectives, and object pronouns. Here you have the subject pronouns I, you, he, she, it, they, you, we. The possessive pronouns mine, yours, his, hers, its, theirs, yours, and ours. Possessive adjectives my, your, his, her, its, their, your, our. And object pronouns me, you, him, her, it, them, you, and us. Here you have some examples from direct speech to reported speech. In the first examples, we see the people that said the sentences from the direct speech. For example, in the first sentence, we have Samantha. Samantha says, I am making my lunch. When you repeat that, you say, Samantha said that she was making her lunch. So, my lunch becomes her lunch because you are talking about Samantha's lunch, not yours, because you are repeating. In the second sentence, we have Alexis talking, and Alexis says, I was doing my homework. When you repeat that, you say, Alexis said that he had been doing his homework. You use his because you're talking about Alexis' homework, not yours. In the third example, we have Leo and Tanya talking, and they said, the blue book is ours. In this case, when you repeat that conversation, you say, Leo and Tanya said that the blue book was theirs. You use theirs because you're talking about the possession of two people, Leo and Tanya. And in the last one, we have Peter talking. Peter says, Anna will go with me to the beach. When you repeat that conversation or that sentence, you say, Peter said that Anna would go to the beach with him. We change me with him because Anna is not going to go with me. Anna is going to go with Peter, with him. Reported speech statements. We use it to repeat what someone said without using their exact words. In this case, this is a formula that you are going to use when you want to report a statement or a sentence, affirmation, promise, or information. First, you need the person, and then the phrase. You can use the phrases like promise to. A promise is something that you say that you will do for a person or something that you will give them. Also, you can use said that. You can use explain that for an explanation or explication. You can use claim that for an affirmation. And you can also use told. In this case, told me, told him, told her. Use told and the object pronoun. After the phrase, you need a subject, the person that is receiving the promise or the information. And then we need a verb and the complement. For example, sentence number 1. I'll lend you my car for a week. Caesar promised to lend me his car for a week. I'm going to be late to class. Taylor said that she was going to be late to class. My mother will come now. Victoria told me that her mother will come then. My girlfriend has lost the keys. Jacob explained that his girlfriend had lost the keys. I didn't use the phone in class. Jim claimed that he hadn't used the phone in class. Reported speech commands. We use it to report instructions, requests. So here you are going to repeat instructions, requests, petitions, or recommendations. You're going to use expressions like advise me. Advice is for recommendations. Warned is for warnings, is a recommendation that you need to follow because if you don't follow that recommendation, usually you have a negative consequence if you don't do what this recommendation says. Also, we have encouraged. In this case, this verb is like to give motivation. We have ask for a petition and told for a command or an order. Usually is something that is mandatory, that is not optional. For example, for the formula, we have the person, then the phrase, then the infinitive. Remember, the infinitive is to plus the verb in the base form. And then we have the complement. For example, you should take the subway. Jennifer advised me to take the subway. Do not walk alone at night. Lana warned me not to walk alone at night. You should exercise every day. Kate encouraged me to exercise every day. Please go to the supermarket. Sophia asked me to go to the supermarket. Send me the email by 9 o'clock p.m. My boss told me to send him the email by 9 o'clock p.m. Reported speech questions. We use it to repeat a question that someone else asked. In this case, you are going to use phrases like wanted to know, wonder, or ask. In this case, ask me, but you can use other object pronouns like ask me, ask her, ask him, depending on the situation. The formula is the following. You need a person, the person that is asking the question, then the phrase. You're going to use if If is going to be used if you are reporting a yes, no question. And then if it's not a yes, no question, you are going to use the WH word. For example, what, where, when, why, who. After that, you need the subject. After the subject, you need the verb. And after the verb, you need the complement. For example, what do I have to buy for the picnic? Hannah wanted to know what she had to buy for the picnic. Can Maria play the guitar for the kids? Santiago wondered if Maria could play the guitar for the kids. Where are you going to stay on Christmas? Mia asked me where I was going to stay on Christmas. Well, guys, that was everything for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.